Hey everybody, it's Nathan Selove with another edition of Autism Actually Speaking. Today I want to talk about a topic that my mother actually suggested to me. I think she was trying to tell me something. All or nothing thinking. A lot of those of us on the spectrum are very logical, which means that we like for there to be an absolute answer to every question. Which means that we often see things in a very black or white type of way, which leads us to have an all or nothing attitude when it comes to things. For example, when someone asks me, "Hey Nathan, how was your day?" In my mind, there's only two possible answers. Either it was a good day or a bad day. So I have to think about all the bad things that happened and all of the good things that happened, and if one outweighs the other, then I proclaim it to be a bad day or a good day, not necessarily a neutral day or an in-the-middle day. And as I use that example, I realize that when a lot of people ask that question, they are asking it rhetorically and they don't actually care how your day is, so you might as well just say I had a good day or whatever. Anyway, the point is that autistics tend to have a very structured psychology. Now, this partially comes from the fact that the human biological imperative in a state of nature is to maintain a state of constant equilibrium. In other words, it is human nature to resist change. If we're doing things one way, and it's working pretty well, then it's natural to assume that that is the way it's supposed to be done. However, and this is the part that makes it really hard for people like me to understand, human nature and human society is very chaotic, and there's very rarely one right and one wrong answer to every single situation. One thing that my therapist had to spend a lot of time working with me on was having the ability to see shades of gray. And one thing that my mother pointed out is that sometimes this all or nothing mentality among autistics can contribute to our depression. For example, if we're in some kind of romantic relationship, which is not a perfect romantic relationship because no romantic relationship is perfect, then it's easy for us to look at the bad things and either think, those don't matter, and those shouldn't be worked on because this is a good relationship, or it's easy to look up those bad things and focus on them, and then declare that the relationship itself is a bad relationship while discounting the good parts. So I'm probably going to make a few more videos about this specific subject, but for now I want to focus on some of the solutions to the problems that this can create. First off, it's really hard for me to view things in a subjective way because my brain is just kind of wired to view things through objectivity. This allows me to operationalize the good and bad variables of a situation and see them in separate ways. So that way I'm seeing a full picture rather than just focusing on one side of it. So if you're having trouble with this like I often do, then tell yourself, it is more objective to try to see the whole picture and every variable and aspect of that picture than it is to try to make a judgment of whether or not it is all or nothing. But I'm also open to other ideas, so if you have an idea about this, some tips for how to overcome it, or even some arguments for why you shouldn't overcome it, leave a comment down below and let's discuss. Out-of-the-box thinking, especially among autistics, has given humankind some of the best advancements in history. So let's keep that up. Well, that's today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this episode, please give it a like, a share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Check out some of my other stuff. And if you want to support the channel in other ways, support me on Patreon. In the meantime, if you have any questions or topics you'd like addressed, please leave them in the comments below or message me on my Facebook, also linked below. And remember, if you feel like the semester didn't start until you settled into your new routine, you might be autistic.